Fagin and the Artful Dodger. Oliver Twist is a popular novel written by Charles Dickens, one of the greatest English novelists of all time. It is the story of a lonely, miserable, starving orphan named Oliver. He was born in a workhouse where his mother died while giving birth to him. In 19th century England, workhouses were places in which poor homeless people were forced to live. When he was 9 years old, Oliver was sold to a man and forced to work by him. He escaped from there and decided to find his way to London. He had no money, so he had to walk. On the morning of 7th day, he limped into a small town where he met one of the queerest looking boys he had ever seen. He was short and had sharp, ugly little eyes. He was a boy but behaved like a man. He wore a large hat on his head and a man's coat that reached almost to his heels. He walked up to Oliver and said,
"Going to London?"
Yes.
said Oliver.
"Got a place to stay?"
No.
said Oliver.
"Money?"
asked the boy.
No.
Replied Oliver.
Do you live in London?
Asked Oliver.
"Yes, I do.
The boy said.
I suppose you want some place to sleep in tonight, don't you?"
I really do.
Said Oliver.
"I know a respectable old gentleman who lives in London. He'll let you stay in his house. My name is Jack Dawkins. All my friends call me Artful Dodger."
It was nearly 11 o'clock when they reached the city. As they walked through the narrow streets, Oliver found that it was one of the dirtiest places he had ever seen. The air was filled with the smell of garbage. Screaming children were crawling in and out of doors. He was just wondering whether he should run away when Jack caught him by the arm and pushed him inside a dark passage. The Dodger led Oliver up some broken steps into a small room. The room was dark and dirty. In front of the fire sat an old, shriveled man wearing a greasy gown. His face was horrible, and he had dirty red hair and a beard. There were some other boys in the room as well. Several beds made from sack were placed side by side on the floor.
"Fagin, this is my friend, Oliver Twist,"
said the Dodger. The old man grinned and made a low bow to Oliver. He took him by the hand and said that he hoped they would be good friends. The other boys came up one by one to shake his hand. Then they all sat down to have supper. Oliver soon sank into a deep sleep. It was late next morning when Oliver awoke. Feeling rather drowsy, he lay there quietly. There was no one in the room but Fagin. He was whistling while boiling some coffee in a saucepan. When the coffee was ready, Fagin looked around the room carefully. He thought Oliver was asleep. He opened a trapdoor in the floor and took out a small box. He placed the box on the table and opened it. He took out a magnificent gold watch, studded with jewels. He took out a few more watches, rings, brooches, bracelets, and other expensive pieces of jewelry and looked at them in glee. Suddenly his sharp dark eyes fell on Oliver, who was now sitting up. Fagin picked up a knife and walked angrily up to Oliver.
What have you seen, boy? If you don't speak up, I'll kill you.
I'm sorry if I've disturbed you, sir.
replied Oliver, trembling.
I couldn't sleep any longer.
Weren't you awake a little while ago?
Asked Fagin.
No, sir, I was not.
Said Oliver. Fagin looked at him uneasily and then laughed.
I was only trying to frighten you. Tell me, did you see any of these pretty things?
Yes, sir.
Said Oliver. Fagin turned a bit pale and then said,
They are mine, Oliver. All I have to live upon in my old age. People call me a miser, you know.
Oliver was not surprised. Fagin must indeed be a miser if he owned expensive things and yet lived in such a filthy home and wore such dirty clothes.
May I get up now?
Asked Oliver.
Certainly. There is a pitcher of water in the corner for you to wash in. Go have a wash and come and have some breakfast.
Oliver had barely washed himself when the artful Dodger arrived with another boy called Charlie Bates. After breakfast, Oliver watched while Fagin, Dodger, and Charlie played a strange game. Fagin put a watch, a purse, and a spectacle case in his pockets. He then pretended to walk about like an old man with a stick. Sometimes he stopped and looked at the door and the fireplace, pretending that these were shop windows. He looked around as if he was scared of being robbed. Then he walked about again. The boys followed Fagin, but ducked out of sight every time the old man turned around. Then the Dodger stepped on his toes, and Charlie stumbled up against him from behind. In a single swift movement, they took out the watch, the purse, and the spectacle case from Fagin's pockets. This game was played many times before they called Oliver to join them.
You see this handkerchief hanging out of my pocket, Oliver?
Asked Fagin.
See if you can take it out without letting me feel it.
Oliver drew out the handkerchief lightly. Fagin was pleased. After the handkerchief, he asked Oliver to take out a purse, a fake diamond pin, and a note case, and so on. This went on for a few days. One morning, Fagin told Oliver to go with the Dodger and Charlie when they went out. They walked about slowly. Oliver wondered what they were supposed to do. Every now and then Charlie stole some fruits. Suddenly the Dodger stopped and pointed at an old man standing at a bookstall.
Do you think he'll do?
He whispered to Charlie.
He's perfect.
Replied Charlie. Oliver was alarmed to see the Dodger slide his hand into the old man's pocket. He pulled out a few things and then ran off around the corner with Charlie. In an instant, Oliver understood what the game was all about. Confused, he stood there for a moment and then took to his heels. At that moment, the old man felt his pocket and realized that his belongings were missing. He turned round and saw Oliver running away.
Stop thief.
He shouted and ran after him. Everyone in the street, including the Dodger and Charlie, ran helter-skelter after the poor boy. Someone hit Oliver and he fell on the pavement. A crowd of people gathered round to watch him as he lay there muddy and bleeding from the mouth. Wouldn't you like to know what happened to Oliver after he was caught? Read the story, Oliver Twist, to find out more about his child who has to face many hardships before he finally finds happiness.